Hi Flosstube, my name is Kenny and this is my channel Kenny Stitches. I'm also Kenny Stitches over on Instagram. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you for coming back. This is my July update. It's going to be a little early because next weekend we leave for our vacation. We're going to go to Myrtle Beach for a week, and it just happens to be the week of our anniversary and my birthday, so we'll be celebrating those down at Myrtle Beach. We actually got married at Myrtle Beach 5 years ago, so this will be our 5th wedding anniversary, me and my husband Brian. So we're really excited for that. Yeah, I can't wait to leave Friday afternoon after work. So again, thank you. I do want to thank everyone who helped me reach 3,000 subscribers since my last video. We are just over 3,000, so I really appreciate it. Everybody who's liked, shared, commented over the last 5 years or so of my floss tubes and throughout my inconsistencies of posting and whatnot. But so far this year I've been pretty consistent with it, so thank you guys again. And I will announce a giveaway toward the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So I guess let's just jump into it. I'm gonna start with my whips. So if you guys have been following my channel or my Instagram, you've seen me working on Summer Quaker from Leela's Studio. I picked this up for about a week or so, and I reached the very top right corner. This is on Water Nymph 40 count linen from Bestitch Me. So this is the top right corner. I have to go down the right side and finish that middle motif and work to the bottom right corner as well. But I love how the colors look on this. These are all just the called for DMC colors. And those little crabs are my favorite part so far. But I love everything about this. I think I'll probably take this with me to the beach. Probably not for car stitching, but just as a work around the condo, you know, in the morning and in the evening. So next is my chatelaine. This is Fairy Flower Garden Mandala. I'll put a picture in here of the pattern. I worked on this for like a day or two, and now I've lost the silk I was working with. So since I picked it up, I started doing this section here. You can see that darker one doesn't really pick up too well. It's this color that I've misplaced. It's a silken colors. It's probably somewhere in the mess of my table, but this fabric is Witching Hour. I think it's a 32 count linen from Under the Sea Fabrics. So that's as far as I got on that one. Next, I wanted to finish this before I filmed the video today. So the Burrow Tails Sow from Quater Neon Creations. Part 6 just came out Wednesday, so now we are halfway done. There are 5 more parts. I think you can still join from her website or her Etsy. And there's 2 more parts before a 2 to 3 week break, and then the last 3 parts will start rolling in September, and I think we finish like October 5th is the last part's released. But I finished part 6 this morning, so I'm all caught up. Part 5, since you saw it last, was the little mouse, and then part 6 was the hare. So everything's just charted. It only uses 3 colors, 310. I think this is like 580 or 581, the green, and then the orange is 900. So I just love this. My fabric is Middle Earth 32 count linen from Bestitch Me. And I love, every time I think, oh, this one's my favorite. No, this one's my favorite. She puts out another part and then it's my favorite. So 5 more parts to go. I'm excited to see what other animals we're gonna get in the next 2 parts before the break. I'm still hoping for a raccoon and a fox. I feel like those are gonna be coming at some point. My next whip that I worked on, this is the Summer Sampler from Crochet A Go Go. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Gold Rush. I think I've been calling it Bronze Age, and it's actually Gold Rush from Be Stitch Me. It's the Verdal, and here's my progress. I had to rip out, oh, there's a flower right here that I had to rip out because I had it over one row too close to the border, so it was gonna run into these flowers here and not line up right, but here's my progress. This is all done in DMC. It's called for DMC. So I think since you've seen it last, I started putting in the blue flowers, and I did the trees here, and just kind of worked more around the border. I'm to the point now where I can kind of count in and start like, I can start the B and then start working on the wording and just kind of work around the border. So I'll like page work and then move my Q snaps and work around the border that way. The next whip I worked on was Talia, the Nymph of Everleaf from Crossstitching Art Designs. And I am stitching this on Pansy's 28 count Opal Lugana from, I guess it's Needlework with Gym Silk Weavers. I finished a page. So this was the page here that finished, and then I've moved on to the next page to her all Krennic wings. I haven't backstitched or beaded yet. I'll save that all till the end, but she's so pretty. I love the way she's turning out. The Krennic, stuff's falling. The Krennic on Opal Lugana is not my favorite to stitch, but it is coming along pretty nicely. There's actually a lighter shade there that I'm hoping will show up more once I get the wings all the way around it done. It's a really soft pink. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Cross-Stitching Art Designs, her website is crossstitchingart.com, and that you may have a chance to get one yourself. So stay tuned. So now, those were all the whips I worked on. I did work on a little Mill Hill kit. I left it at work though. I just keep a kit in my desk for downtime or slow stuff. So I did work on Lizzie. It's a little like lizard fossil. So much like 3799 is the whole background. So I worked on that a little bit yesterday. So hopefully I'll remember next video to bring it home if it's not finished. So so I'm kind of gonna go into haul/new starts. I had 2 new starts and they were both new charts. I got the American sampler from Crochet A Go Go. This was released, I think, just before July 4th, and I kitted this, and my friends Carrie and Claudia were supposed to start this with me, and I think Carrie did, and Claudia started the wrong chart. So she did start a Crochet A Go Go that was patriotic, but not this one. So it is what it is. We all started. I'm stitching that on Rooibos 40 count even weave from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is my little start. I worked on it the 4th of July, like before the 4th of July for a little bit before my family came over, and then we grilled and watched fireworks. But I mean, this is as far as I got. But I will pick this up, and in one of my groups, they're already talking about the 250th birthday of America anniversary, and stitching patriotic next year. So I think I'll work on this and possibly start the Primrose Cottage Independence Rules. So those may be my 2 like patriotic starts for next year, or whips projects. All right, and then my next piece of haul, new start. This is The Legend of Freya from Bella Filipina. You can get the PDF from his website. It is pricey, but it's an anniversary design. And then shops are starting to do pre-orders for the physical chart. I have the Delica conversion and the PTB, the Petite Treasure braids, on order with Leslie Under the Sea Fabrics. So I'm just waiting for those to come in. I'm going to stitch this twice someday. I'm gonna stitch one for my mom because she saw me post it and she loved it. So I'm gonna stitch one for my mom, and then down the road I'm gonna stitch one for myself. I'm gonna use the same fabric for both, even though they look completely different. So I'll show you my whip of the one for my mom, and then I'll show you the fabric for the other one for me. So here's my start on her. There is a lot of confetti in this first page. I did a center start. So there's like, in this section here, there's 310, a blend of 310 and 379, and then 379, and it's a lot. So I'm very carefully watching what I'm doing, checking what I'm doing, highlighting as I go. I printed out the pattern from the PDF, and this is where I'm at. So now that I'm caught up on the SAL, I will get back to this. My goal is to have her finished. This is a lofty goal. I'd like to have her finished, the Enchanted Slipper, or not Enchanted Slipper, Enchanted Rose, the Bella Filipina Belle, and then for my sister for Christmas next year, this for Christmas for my mom, have them framed, and start and finish the chopping mall from the Witchy Stitcher for my sister's fiance. He's a big horror fan. I don't know that all three of those things will come to fruition, but I am going to try. She is massive. She is 225 by 307 stitches. So your fabric, if you are using 28 count or 14 count, you need a fat half. If you are using 32 counts or 16 count, you can get by with a fat quarter as long as it's 18 inches wide and you are okay with a 2-inch border. If you like more than 2 inches, or you think that that is too tight of a border, get a fat half and then go that way. My pieces of this fabric were luckily 19 inches on 32 count, so I have more than a 2-inch border on the sides, but you can see how light this fabric is, which my mom did like this more. And then the other piece of fabric I have, this is the same fabric, Castle in the Sky, 32 count linen. This is how dark my piece is. So I mean, it took more of the green and the blue, or green and the purple than the turquoise, the teal. So I liked the moodier one, she liked the brighter one, so it all worked out. Right. So I'm gonna go into the rest of my haul. So 2 charts have come out since my last video from Crossstitching Arts, and I had to buy both. I had planned to start this one for Christmas in July, and just with Freya coming out, wanted to start that for my mom, and I had worked on Talia and everything else I worked on. I hadn't got around to starting her yet, but she is kitted. This is Rosalind, the Winter Star. So pretty. I love everything about her. And then this is the newest release. This is Aloan, Light of the Deep. This is kind of hard to see, but there are these like white, light blue ruffles that go through here. The model, like on her computer rated, like the picture she posted on Facebook, is on a dark blue fabric, and you can really see those pop. So again, I don't know when I'll start those two, but love them. I joined the AutoShip with Top Knot Stitcher Abby. She's fantastic to deal with. For the You're in the Woods 2, I liked the wolf when I saw it, and I wanted to wait until I saw 1 to 2 more before I joined the AutoShip, because when I joined the AutoShip for the first one, I liked the designs, all 12 of them, but some of them I knew I wouldn't stitch, so I wanted to wait for a couple to see, and then the Sugar Glider came out, so I was sold on the Sugar Glider. And now, sorry for the glare, now the Koala has been announced, and I'm even more excited. So with Abby, I get the specialty threads and the patterns, and I'm going to stitch mine. I'll show you the fabric because it's also haul. I got 46 count for them, so they're going to be teeny tiny. They're like 3 1/4 by, I think, like 5 1/4 maybe, if that, as big as they're gonna be. So yeah, I have all the DMC for the first 3. because she released all 3 DMC to start with on her website. So I have all 3 DMC sets, and a lot of them use the same color. So, and using 46 count, I feel like the DMC is going to go far. So again, here are the Sugar Glider and the Wolf. Sorry for the glare. From Cottage Garden Samplings. And then I made a 1, 2, 3 stitch order. This pattern when it was first released, I wasn't like, oh, I had to stitch her. And then I saw someone stitching her at a retreat, and I loved her, and then I saw the finish online, and I loved her more. So this is Crystal Aquabella from Bella Filipina. And I don't know what fabric I'm gonna put her on, but 1, 2, 3 had her on sale. They had I think Bella Filipina Mermaids on sale one week. Mine got back ordered because she sold out pretty quickly, but they shipped it once it came in. I got the Fall Foxes, the button and beads from Mill Hill. I love these little foxes. And then this is Captain Patchy Pelican from Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I think I have the penguin and the rabbit. I don't have either of them kitted, but this guy, I love him, and I bought, so I ordered these are 2, so these are threads for Patchy, and also threads for pattern I got from Market, Ducks in the Orchard from I Have a Bay, or a Garden's Needle. Yeah, a Garden's Needle. So I have fabric for Patchy, and I think I have a fabric for the Duck's Orchard. I just want to floss toss that. And then I got my fabric for the Year in the Woods. This is Silver Fox 46 count linen from Fiber on a Whim. On the website, it looked a little more gray. In real life, it's got some really green undertones, and I'm hoping that the greens in the pattern look okay on it. I think they will. If not, I'll just kind of change them. But yeah, so I really want to start the Year in the Woods and kind of try to get caught up. But I do have I have the Sal next month, which we'll talk about. And then I have one piece of obligation stitching I need to get done before September. The first weekend in September that I have not started yet. So yeah. And then also in my 1, 2, 3 order, I saw this Luca S kit. I've had it in my cart and my wish list since it came out, but this is Leopard Cup at Sunrise. He's so cute. I love everything about it. Again, if you haven't tried a Luca S kit, they're packaged with anchor threads on the bobbins. The bobbins have all the symbols on them. Some of them, and it'll show like on the front here, it's kind of hard to see, but like some of them will come with a gridded fabric, some of them don't. But yeah, I've not had any issues with Luca S kits. My friend Stacy, the 911 stitcher, she started a Luca S kit, and something was cut off on her key, and I don't know if it was resolved. I'm hoping Luca S has gotten back to her to resolve that, but I've not had any issues personally with my kits, and I have quite a few Luca S kits, so I can't recommend them enough. And then I ordered from Under the Sea Fabrics, I ordered Krennic. So these are the Krennics for Crystal Aquabella and the Krennics for Rosalind the Winter Fairy that you saw earlier. So Leslie had all the Krennics that I needed for both, so I don't have to try to source those anywhere. And then also Leslie had, this guy's been out of 1, 2, 3 forever, so I got the Otter from Mill Hill. This I think I will definitely take in the car. The perforated paper is a light, I think it's a light, yeah, it's a light blue. So pretty easy to probably stitch on. and I will make a bigger, like I'll enlarge the chart so I can just follow it pretty easily. But this will probably be a car start and finish on the trip, so. And oh, I ordered another piece of pansies, 28 count Opal Lugana from Workbook Gym. So if you've watched my last two videos, this one is a lot brighter than the other one I'm using for Talia, but this piece is going to be for her sister Lillian. So I had to get this because I want them to be matching, and I'm going to frame them probably once they're both finished in like a white frame and have them facing each other. That's my goal. All right. And then my last little bit of haul, I ordered some needle minders from Gina's Unique Boutique on Facebook. The first one, and this is going to go on my American sampler. This is some lambs watching fireworks, and then a piggy in a bathtub. This one says, "Dear autocorrect, it's never duck." And then, "Oh no, nobody gives a shit." And then this one, I love this little raccoon. It says, "In the interest of full transparency, it was not easy peasy lemon squeezy." And then this is a little fairy I got to put on my my Talia fairy, so to match that kind of. So my plans, I'm going to take, let's talk about the Sal before I forget. So August 1st, next Friday, the Abandoned Sal starts. Hashtag Abandoned Sal. I'll insert my graphic here. Basically, any start along you started with a friend, stitch along that you started and have not worked on or you've neglected, pick it up in August. We're doing this for my birthday. August 1st to August 31st, try to finish it, try to make some good progress on it. Tag me in your post if you're not on Instagram, tag me on Facebook, tag me on Instagram, tag me in your YouTube, your Flosstubes. I want to see everybody's progress and finishes. I'm going to work on and hopefully finish Monster House from Satsuma Street. I have parts 5 and 6 left. I was doing so well with this. I was doing parts 1 through 4 as they came out. I had them done before the next part. Then I went to a retreat, left this at home, and 5 came out, then 6 came out, and I fell behind. So I'm going to take this with me to Myrtle Beach. Definitely work on this during the week. And it's on Lugana, so I can work on this in the car, I think, and it wouldn't be a problem. My fabric is Blue Moon from Pole Stitches. It's a 28 count Lugana, and I'm using all the called for DMC. You can kind of see, that's the top. Vampire, the witch, the werewolf. I love the werewolf. There's the headless horseman, jack-o'-lantern, little ghosts, little ghosties. Part 5. I don't have the cover printed for part 6, so I can't even remember what part 6 looks like. But part 5 is this tower here and this part of the roof here. So the mummy and this little cat and these little eyes, which I'm assuming are probably bats in the tower there. So I'm gonna work on this, and I want to finish this hopefully before Halloween and have it framed. So that's my goal for that. So again, Abandoned Sal, hashtag Abandoned Sal. Share on your Facebook, your Instagram, Flosstube, and just tag me. I've been watching all the Flosstubes that have tagged me so far, and there's been quite a few. I can't even think to tag anybody, but thank you guys for sharing my Sal. I'm very excited about it. I know it's gained a lot of momentum. Like, there's almost 600 likes on Instagram on it. And you guys were sharing it to your stories and getting it out there, so I really appreciate it. I know, also, side note, shameless plug, these are from Sam's Club. If you have a Sam's Club, we've been looking for these, and they had a random pack just sitting on a pallet somewhere in the store on some waters, and we grabbed it. They are so good. It's like a bomb pop, sugar-free twist-sickle is what they call it. So good. Anyways, so I know we're leaving Friday. We'll be there for a week. There are 1 to 2 days right now that they're calling for rain, and I told Brian that we were going to drive 30 minutes to Barefoot Needle Art, so I'm very excited to go there. I've heard Made by Michelle McGraw and the 911 Stitcher both talk about it in their Flosstube, so I'm very excited to go and check it out. I don't know, there's nothing I need, but that doesn't mean I won't come home with anything, so yeah, you know, maybe I'll make that a birthday trip, because my birthday is on the 7th and we'll be there through the 9th. So I think it is supposed to rain that day actually. So possibly a birthday trip that day. So that's my plan. Work on the Sal, keep probably working on Freya. There'll be another part of the Burrowtail Sal that'll come out while we're on vacation. I'm not gonna take that with me. Because I won't have a printer to print it out, and I don't like working from a tablet or a phone. I will work from a tablet on like a full coverage or a chatelaine, something like that, where I need to zoom in and whatnot. But as far as just stitching a regular pattern like that, I prefer a paper copy. So I've just been printing those out as they are released. So I'll leave that at home. I'll take Monster House and a couple other whips, because my mind is all over the place and I can't focus on one thing for a whole week. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm very excited to go to Barefoot Needle Art. Yeah, that's my plans. That's really all I got. So for the giveaway, I'm going to give away to two people a PDF pattern from Cross-Stitching Art Designs. So if you've not tried one of her patterns, if you like fancy ladies, her website is www.crossstitchingart.com. This is open to anybody worldwide because they are PDFs. Please be over 18. Please do not mention giveaway, free, you know, the typical words. Please be over 18 because you will need to send me your name, address, and email so she can imprint or watermark your chart with your information. And I will reach out to you if you're chosen. Let me know what chart you would like. I will order them, have her send them to you via email. And again, open to anybody worldwide because they are PDFs. All you need to do is use the word ladies, LADIES, in your comment. I'll use a random comment picker in my next video at the end of August. And I will announce that and we'll go from there. You can contact me. I'll leave my email in the next video in the comments, or you can get a hold of me through Facebook or Instagram if we're friends, or you can find me. And yeah, you can win a free chart. So again, 2 winners. Each winner gets a chart. So yeah, now I just feel like I'm rambling. So thank you guys again so much for everything over the last 5 years. Thank you for 3,000 subscribers, and thank you for making it to the end of this video. You guys don't know how much I appreciate it. I enjoy every single comment. I try to respond to every single person. So thank you guys, and I will catch you at the end of August. All right, bye.